And we had a conversation, I think it was her last visit down, and we were talking about, is there cause for optimism, is there not? And one of the things we talked about is, the young people of today, they seem to be more enlightened about not exaggerating the differences between people. They seem to be better with race relations, or with people, with regard to issues of gender, et cetera, things like that, personal choices, that the young people seem to be a little more enlightened about that. And obviously, for obvious reasons, they're certainly more concerned about global warming and the planet. So young people were a cause of optimism for her. But if it's one thing that her own life and the very end of her life, the last week of her life reflected, is that just because you're older, you can still be young at heart. And she was working to get better till the last week of her life. And so, in closing, what I'll say is, if my mom would want anything from the people who are here, it's that they might leave here and think, how can I expand my circle of doing good, even in the smallest ways? The smallest ways. Maybe, recycle if you don't recycle. I personally run around our house and turn off lights. And I haven't looked at an electric bill in probably 20 years. It's on auto pay, I don't know. But I feel like my mom. My mom would be telling me, what are you leaving the light on for? You're not using it. She didn't want me running the water. If you're brushing my teeth, turn the water off while, after you wet the toothpaste. Those little things. She had solar panels on the house. So whether it's voting, whether it's contributing to a candidate or a cause, whether it's being a little more conscious of conservation or enlightenment, or making connections with people you haven't in a while, I think anybody who could think about how can I expand those ripples, even if it makes sacrifice, that's what my mom would want. Because one of the things that I thought of that I really had never thought of before, and I was never comfortable with the idea of death, and this was traumatic for me. I was there when she